my loves, I just wanted to do a really quick, because I feel like I haven't done it for a while. But let's do a quick reading and just move everything away. And it's getting dark, so my camera's not going to be as flashy. Can you see my pretty candle? I'm obsessed with candles at the moment. All right, let's do a quick energy reading for the eclipse. How are you guys feeling coming up towards the eclipse? Are you feeling like, I think water placements as well, and Cancer. I'm a Cancer moon. No, I'm a Scorpio moon. I'm a Cancer rising. So I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. The energy is pretty thick. Alright, so let's pull some cards and just have a look at the energy on, let's ask, sort of want to know, what do we want to know? Message from Spirit. Give us that. Show us that, please. We got the Empress, Ace of Wands, Five of Cups, King of Swords, Nine of Wands, Page 10, Eight of Cups. I'm still feeling to pull some more out. Alright, the energy looks alright. We're definitely moving into a different kind of energy field direction, and I just wanted to pull these new babies out because they're new. And I didn't make space for this because I was doing another reading on crystals and their energy protection. Okay. So, first card, the energy. We've got the beautiful, it's feminine energy. And that could be because Jupiter is finally moving planets. So I think it's moving, even though it's moving into a fire planet, I do feel that the energy is going to be a lot more loving and nurturing. I'm picking up, I'm seeing Mars. I think the energy, we've been fighting, we've been, the energy's been pretty strong. So I do feel that this eclipse will actually bring a blessing and maybe even a full cleansing, because we've got the Ace of Wands, which is a renewal, and again connected to Mars's energy. So I do feel I'm running out of light, so I'm sorry if you can't see the cards. I do feel that the energy is going to be kind of like a renewing and recharged. We've got, again, the Page of Wands, which is bringing a message of that new energy. So whatever creative ideas and creative pursuits that you're wanting to head into. Now, we've got the Five of Cups, which is focusing on, we've had so much negativity in the last 2 years. So this is just suggesting that not to focus on negative, sorry, I just moved the camera, not to focus on that negative energy. There is kind of like a loss, and we're kind of, I think because things are changing, that we're going to be feeling like, oh, we kind of want, you know, we want what we used to have, but we needed all of this disruption and change and messiness and government and political controls to highlight everything, our healthcare system, everything that was in shambles. We needed to highlight that. We've had so much I don't know if I should say it because I've got my opinions, but we've had so much like picking sides and choosing sides, and we're meant to hate this country, and we're meant to we've had so much like It's like they, and when I say they, I mean like the elites, the Hollywood, and not the Hollywood kind of actors, because they are just actors playing their part, getting paid, surviving. They're doing their own thing. So not everyone is bad. But I feel like they, you know, in, when was it? 2009 or I can't remember, 9/11, you know, we didn't like anyone from Israel. We were told and programmed to hate them. So I feel like the shift is, and then, you know, we weren't allowed to like the Germans, and now we're not allowed to like the Russians. We have to, you know, stop liking the Russians. But meanwhile, Disney are promoting, they've been programming little children, and, you know, the whole Epstein trials and things like that. So many bad negative energy things have happened that we've kind of ignored. And, you know, those were our old ways of living, that we need a whole new refreshing way of living. And I probably shouldn't, I've probably spoken too much. I'll probably get banned on YouTube, but there's a lot going on, and there's a lot, like, we're highlighting Johnny Depp's trial, but we're not highlighting what's happening to Disney and what they've done. So I feel like, you know, the old ways, I feel like our energy is going to go back to 2019, because we've had enough, and we're not going to put up with crap and being lied to and being told what to do anymore. But we're going to, it's sad with the people that we have lost during this process, because it's shown us in a way people that, it's highlighted people that are real and will stand by everyone else's choice no matter what other people's opinions are. Now we've got the Ten of Wands, which is again that self-sabotaging card. So just focus on the positivity, focus on what you have got, because I feel like that sadness, and that if you sit there in that sadness and going, oh, you know, I haven't got this person as a friend anymore, or I haven't, you know, I've lost my job. Everything negative happens for a reason, and that's the reason. If we're not showing that reason yet, we're showing the reason down the track. Just be patient. Trust in your guides, trust in the universe that there is a better plan for you. Instead of, no more self-sabotaging, no more overburdening yourself, because then we've got the joyous, as long as you don't focus on that negative energy, you've got the joyous Ten of Cups coming in. Next to the Eight of Cups, the mountains. There's still some mountains to climb, and I feel like this eclipse will highlight it. And with the new beginnings, you're starting fresh, this is your time to start a new journey. It's kind of like, I feel like the eclipse will be, and we're talking about the moon, but I feel like it's going to give you that sense of purpose again. As long as you don't focus on things that you've lost, you need to let that go, and you need to move forward with better mind control of your mind and your thoughts. Let's see how the cards just dropped out. All right, Spirit's taking me to a different direction. We got the King of Swords cutting the cords next to the Page of Swords. So, you know, this is kind of like protecting. I feel like, again, because I've had hear my voice changing. I've had this feeling of, you know, you really, really need to not absorb other people's negative energies and really focus on your own energy. And you're not being selfish if you do that. If you focus on your own energy, that is not being selfish. That is self-love. That is self-care. And that is something that you need to take care of yourself first. Of course, as well as your children and your family, but making sure that you're setting the proper boundaries for yourself. Sorry, I can just see a little spider. Feminine energy. Spiders bring meaning is feminine energy, and I'm seeing a lot lately. I even found one in my car. I even found one in my car, which I think I just mentioned, but the video just stopped working. My camera's been fizzling. I don't know why. All right, so just making sure that you cut your boundaries and be stern and direct and focus your mind on what it is that you want in life, whether you want to find that partner, whether you want that new house, whether you want that new job. Like, keep focused, because we've got the King of Swords does not back down to what they want. And the message of the page is just saying, you're going to get what you want after the eclipse. That's what I'm feeling. Now, 9 of Wands is again putting up the barriers, and I feel like that's you kind of, and the 3 of Wands is like choosing the direction, putting up the barriers. I feel like you don't need to you can slowly start taking the barriers down and start trusting. Now, I say that because of the card after it, which was Page of Cups, but 9 of Wands is just kind of saying, we've fought those battles. We don't need to fight those battles. It's not worth it. We've got so much growth and potential. We can slowly start pulling those barriers down and open up again. But I also feel maybe lockdowns, I'm sorry, or restrictions still. And that just could be for, I say it like that, it could be just, I'm hearing lockdowns. I don't know why, but the lockdowns, if it is what it is, let it be. We will get through it. That word just came through me. Now, maybe a move, maybe thinking about moving, connecting with other people as well, finding the connection. It is going to highlight something. The moon is that feminine energy. It brings out that feminine energy, but it's also going to highlight, so probably a surprise. We do have love on the card, something that you love, something that you've wanted. I feel like that is going to be fulfilled. And then we've got the Chariot on top. So that is definitely indicating you're heading into a different direction, whether that's on a spiritual path, whether that's on a physical plane. There is a move on the cards, whether that's for jobs. That's just something that will be coming up, something that you will have to make a decision in, something that you will have to consult with others. Let those barriers down by being stern on what it is that you want. I feel like you need to speak. Now is the time that you need to speak up. Be like the King of Swords energy, and there is something that has been hidden. So whether that can mean that you haven't seen this kind of job, or you haven't seen this kind of house, you've been looking for a house for a long time and you haven't seen that kind of house, or you've been looking for a partner for a while, you haven't, it's somebody new, it's somebody that you haven't seen before, or something that you haven't seen before. That's what the Moon card is saying to me. Now, this is a beautiful Esther Hicks cards, which I have complete control over my own thoughts, and I feel like this is connected to the King of Swords. So that energy is really, really pulling. You can find yourself in an endless loop where you explain that you feel negative because of the negative behaviors of someone else. But if 10 of Wands, but if instead you take control of your own emotions and you think an improved thought, because it feels better to do so, you can turn it around. So you can turn that energy around. So if you are feeling the 5 of Cups, or you are feeling the 10 of Wands, you have control of your thoughts and you can turn that around. Remember that. My life is about my relationships. So I do feel like the relationships that you make, your friendships, your family relationships, you will never find yourself in a point in time where the subject of relationship is not, I'm coming out with an accent, is weird, where the relationship is not an active part of your now experience. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm channeling. For everything you perceive or notice or now is because of your relationship with something else. Without, it's getting too dark. Without a cooperative, So I'm really trying hard not to do the accent, but for some reason it's just coming through. So I don't know if that's Esther and Jerry Hicks. That was crazy. So again, my life is about my relationships. I feel like you will never find yourself in a point in time where the subject of relationships is not an active part of your now experience. So if you are focusing right now on a relationship and it's not coming, I feel like the message is, you know, it's not the right time because there's something in your life that is coming for you first. Oh, that sounds scary. Not in a negative way, as in, you know, a better house, a better job, a better healing as well. I'm feeling definitely healing. There is something better coming for you. So don't just make it about, as well, like you don't need a relationship just to make yourself feel happy. You don't need a relationship just to have somebody there. The bee and the flower is coming to my mind right now. So the flower doesn't wait for the bee. The bee comes when the flower has blossomed. I feel like that is what the message is, but I'm going to read the last part of the card and I feel like I need a lighter. We're getting really, I need to bring out my Ouija board now. All right, without an experience, you would be able to perceive or focus any kind of understanding within yourself. Therefore, it is inaccurate to say that without relationships, you could not exist at all. I feel like this is a riddle. You will never find yourself in a point in time where the subject of relationship is not an active part of your now experience. For everything you perceive or notice or know is because of your relationship with something else. So everything that you perceive and know without an experience, you would be able to perceive or focus any kind of understanding within yourself. Therefore, it is inaccurate to say that without relationships, you could not exist at all. So we all need the love, we all need the relationships, but you need to have it with yourself. My life is about my relationships. So every relationship that you do have, also take that into note. I feel like, you know, we don't get to choose our parents, or our family, or our siblings, or we don't get to choose that. And that experience, even though they say that we do choose them to learn our past karmic lessons, we don't have to keep continuing the same pattern. So if something doesn't vibrate at your level, if something doesn't feel right, then move along. All right, beautifuls, before I get too dark and can't see, I am probably the worst YouTuber, but you know what? I'm real. I'm keeping it real. It's not glossy, it's not fancy, there's no special equipment, it's just me and you and the camera, the phone. All right, beautifuls, keep positive for this eclipse. I don't know about putting out crystals for the eclipse. I don't personally. Do some research, see if it connects. If you feel like you want to put some crystals out during the eclipse and you connect with that, then by all means do that. Just vibrate higher. It only lasts for an hour. If you're feeling super sensitive, if you're a water placement, you might tend to cry a lot and release a lot of energy, because eclipses sort of do that, and they also show the shadow side of things. So it might bring up past hurts, 5 of Cups. Let it go, release it. Don't sit there dwelling in it. We need to, I know that's easier said than done, but you need to keep your thoughts positive, and you need to focus on what it is you want, and follow that highest vibration. I have said that from day dot, follow that highest vibrations. All right, beautiful, love and light.